Oh yeah, that's right, Kawakami. Keep on pressing there. Pressing there. While the cat watches. Hey guys, I wasn't doing anything weird. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Persona 5. In the last episode, we reached Sai-san's treasure in her palace. And in this episode, and actually maybe not even next episode, I think we're going to try and get it all done this episode. But we're going to do all of our regular preparation stuff that we need to do. So, let's get to it. There's no time to waste. First things first. I need to go over to Shinjuku because there are two things I need to get. Three things, actually, technically. And the first thing is right here in the Velvet Room. So, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to demand a Fortune and Hermit persona because I don't have one. Guys, I've been thinking. You haven't been giving me enough respect, and I swear to God, you're going to give it to me. Oh, shit! Well, I went into the Velvet Room. I made my demands. Caroline kicked me a little bit. Justine just stared. And Idor did absolutely nothing as always. It was so embarrassing that, I can't show it to you. It's too embarrassing for YouTube. Anyway, now that that's done, let's take a look at my personas. So, I got back, Kumbahanda? I don't know how you're supposed to... Maybe to be silent, but I got back this persona because he's always been pretty useful, especially with his Invigorate 3, and plus he's a hermit. And I also got Asterius, which is the persona Labris uses, Shadow Labris uses in Persona 4 Arena. So, he's making an appearance and he looks as badass as ever, so that's cool. I also fused a few of my other personas away, such as Oze, to make Dakini. And then I fused Tsukiyomi with the treasure persona that I had in order to make Tsukiyomi Picaro, and his stats are looking pretty good, and he's got some pretty cool effects, so I can't wait to try that out. And apparently Astarius has a Titan no Makia, which was the super, I believe, Shabuto Labras had in Persona 4 Arena, so that is super cool. Anyway, the second thing we need to do while we're here is go into this bookstore and buy out all of their books. Because we're going to read the shit out of them. Alright, cool. And the last thing is we need to speak to this little lady right here. Hello, Chihaya. Oh, Kayaba-san. I've been waiting for you. Can we talk? Why, of course we can talk. Oh, sit down, sit down. I have so much to tell you. What? What happened? Did something maybe have happened to that chairman? Yeah.
Yes.
That's probably it. Yes, please sit down. Kaiba-san, I've been looking forward to seeing you. The chairman turned himself in. It's even shown up on the news. Oh, really? Yeah, I saw that actually. It's pretty great. I expected nothing less. It all happened so suddenly, too. He confessed all of his crimes. The police came to question me after that, but they ultimately concluded that I'm innocent. Well, that's great. Apparently, the chairman took full responsibility for the ADP and admitted he was brainwashing all of its members. Oh, and speaking of members, some of them said that they've stopped using the Holy Stones because of my advice. It was all the clients you sat in with, Kayaba-san. You know, I never saw this as a possible outcome in my readings. Not only have the fates of the ADP members improved, but even my own fate has begun to shift. It's almost as if this curse that's followed me ever since the villagers called me a monster has passed. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You've been through a lot, Chihaya. You didn't deserve quite all of that. You know what? No, I'm going to rephrase that. You didn't deserve any of that. It was truly terrible. That reminds me, my readings told me I would accomplish my objective with the aid of a trickster, but I'm not sure what exactly that was supposed to mean. It's such a mystery. Well, I am a pretty tricky person, you know. Only Igor calls me trickster. That aside, the ADP is finished. Nobody else will be deceived. Oh, I just realized something. Remember how I told you how the chairman knew I was a runaway? Well, I was wandering around the city with luggage at my side. Anyone could have figured that out, huh? I guess so.
I knew it!
I know how fragile I was back then, but it's still embarrassing to think I'd let myself believe he was a psychic. But I guess some men are good at knowing when a woman is vulnerable. Or are you maybe one of those men, Kaiba-san? Well, yeah, that's a loaded question, especially in this day and age. The truth is, there's actually something else besides the chairman that I want to talk to you about. Yes? Go on. This is so embarrassing. Kaiba-san, are you interested in older woman? Older woman? I mean, hell yeah, I am.
Really?
Yeah, really. I got a girlfriend. You want to see her? You want to meet? I probably shouldn't do that. I'll let her dream for a little bit longer. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that. That sounds awful, actually, now that I think about it. For more than 5 seconds. I mean, how interesting. Oh, sorry. If we have time to waste talking about nonsense like that, we have time to read fortunes, right? Yeah, I sense something of an unresolved coming from Chihaya. I'll tell you that for free. Oh, jeez, Chihaya. Your confidant story has been extremely interesting. It's sort of just gone all over the place, but remained focused at the same time. It's got very different pacing compared to the other ones. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
All right.
But it seems like such a lot has happened in so few ranks. Even though the chairman turned himself in, there are still some things left unresolved. Most importantly, the other members of the ADP are still confused as what exactly is going on. So, I need to set things straight. This is partially my fault after all. Right. The real battle starts now.
Oh,
It's, getting late. I should close up for today.
goodbye.
Well, see you later, Chihaya. Fortune telling, huh? Who needs fortunes when you have the power to change fate for yourself? I am a pretty tricky person, like I said, after all.
Hi, everyone.
Let's get started with class. How far did we go last time?
Well,
Is this on? Miss Chono, please come to the faculty office at once. What could this be? I'm off to the faculty office, so make sure you study on your own. Yes! It's just what we needed.
what do you want?
Although I probably should have guessed that, considering we always go in at this camera angle if we're going to, you know, be able to do something. Let's read. There's so many books. But the one we're going to read today is Essence of Fishing. Sharpen your senses. Become aware of the gentle contours of their piscine bodies. Or is that piscine? Is that a C sound or a sk sound? Whatever.
Hey, hey.
It's a book about fishing, but it talks more about fishing gear and ideal mental states than fishing. Or than fish. Fishing, it's all the same. Whatever, doesn't matter. We've read Essence of Fishing. I never thought there'd be ways to tell different types of fish apart while they're underwater. We should go to the fishing pond sometime and test what you've learnt.
All right.
You can now use the third eye ability at the fishing pond. This will help you see whether or not a fish has a winner tag on it just from how it sparkles. Ah, the teacher's back. You had a fun trip, miss?
Hey.
What could that have been about? Well, let's resume class.
Yep.
Phew, that was close. Kawakami helped us get a good chunk of free time, though. It's a good thing we read that book, because take a wild guess what we're going to do this afternoon.
Hey.
There are only 4 days left. What are you going to do about the calling card? Right, before we do the fishing, though, there's something else that we need to get done. And we're going to do it right now. So, let's go to the hideout.
All right.
Oh yeah! All we gotta do now is send the calling card. So, when do you want to send it? The earlier the better, right?
Hold on.
No, in my opinion, we should wait until the right before the time limit.
How do you mean?
May I ask your reasoning behind that idea?
I was thinking.
Sai-san is a realist. Even if she believes the Phantom Thieves exist, do you think she knows how they steal hearts?
Could that be?
Furthermore, there is a chance she expects that she herself will be targeted. So because her heart is ready for that any possibility, the calling card might not even have enough effect? I only say that theoretically, but I believe so.
Well,
Hence, it would be prudent for us to wait until we are driven into a corner to act.
how about this?
If we do so with no time to spare, I assume even Sai-san would have to be somewhat agitated.
You're right.
Ensuring the treasure actually appears. That sounds quite logical.
I agree.
Impressive, Akachi-kun. Though it's a bit vexing that you know more about my sister than I do. That is only because of my work as a detective.
That means.
Well then, if our time limit is November 20th, and we act the day after sending the calling
How's
card,
this?
shall we send it out on the 18th?
Okay.
We should prepare as much as we can before then.
Well then.
Well, I can't complain about having more time. Make sure you're ready, everyone. Yeah, don't worry. We'll be ready. Alright, good meetup. We got a plan, we got a date. That means we got stuff we can do until then. Including me going fishing. Right, so, I've done fishing before. I'm not going to show it again because it can take a long time doing any of the fishing. So I'm going to cut to any, like, you know, particular fishing things that happen that may be interesting. Like, you know, the aftermath or if anything particularly special happens. But for now, I'm just going to save and then do a little bit of grinding on the fishing. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, okay, I did some fishing. I did a lot of fishing. It took up quite a bit of time, in fact, and it was actually kind of great. I got a load of great hauls, I got a load of great fish, and a lot of them had winner tags, so I was able to invest in a casual rod and a bunch of top-class broil, which I will probably put the clip in of me buying them in right now, just to show. But yeah, it was pretty great. And tonight, it's going to be a little bit weirder still, because we need to read a bunch of books at the same time, mainly because they're books telling us about places that we've been to before. So, for example, you know, we already know about the theme park, we already know about nightlife hotspots area, which was Seaside Park, so this will just be a good time to just, you know, get rid of all of these books in our inventory and have them count as read, which is super cool. Because that means I don't have to read them and waste time. Because time is of the essence.
Hey.
Alright.
Museum of the Stars. Don't know which one of these places are my favorite. I quite like the museum, I must admit.
Alright.
But then again, the back alleys of Yontra are pretty nice as well. And I think, no, they're still Shitamachi.
Hey.
Alright.
Is that all of them? I believe that's all of them. Wise Man's Words, Bushko Story, those are all proper books. Cinema Treasures, Batting Science. Okay, I think we're good. Tonight, we're actually going to read Flowerpedia. The unknown language of flowers.
Nice.
If you learn more about flowers, it'll be useful for when you work at that florist shop. Oh yeah, I had a job there. I feel like I should go there to visit every so often, considering I work there. Anyway, so you've finished reading Flowerpedia? That book covered the language of flowers at great length. That'll be handy for the florist job.
Alright.
Maybe I should give this book to Haru. I feel like she would appreciate it. Well, I guess we should go to sleep. Staying up late isn't healthy, you know. Also, I'm sorry, I read what the book did very quickly and I forgot. I was too busy thinking about giving the back book to Haru. I believe the book lets me pick out specific flower like descriptions more easily.
Hey.
Ah, so we were able to grab a seat. Why don't we read something until we get there? Today, I think it's batting science? I believe? Yeah, batting science. In case we ever want to go batting again, which I don't think we need to do. Battle technique of the pros. Is it really possible to get better at batting just by reading a book? It's all about the technique, Morgana. It's not just about raw power. Sometimes you need to learn about the technique. It really went into detail about how you can identify what kind of pitch is coming at you. We should go to the batting cages sometime and try and out what you've learnt.
All right.
You can now use the third eye at the batting cages. This will help you focus and hit the ball easily. Oh, we're almost at the station. I'd say that was the most efficient use of your time. That it was. That it was, Morgana.
Today we're going over.
Now then, please open your textbooks. Today we're going to be learning about trigonometric functions. Ah, math. Sine, cosine, and tangent. This is where a lot of people aren't able to keep up. Yeah, no kidding. I was one of those people. Why would you panic just from seeing a graph? I don't get it. A complicated formula gets condensed down to a single line. Isn't it simple and elegant? I mean, maybe to you, not so much to me. All of them have distinctive shapes that stimulate the imagination. Now then, Kayaba-san, take a look at these graphs. Oh god. Oh no. Which one of these is called a cochleoid after its resemblance to a snail? Okay, right, I actually do know this one. Because this is a trick question. Most people would go with A, because that's the typical shape of a snail, like that you do in drawings, like as a child. But it's actually B, because the snail's shell has a weirder shape to it. I believe A is called an Archimedes spiral. I have no idea what these two are called. But anyway, yeah, I think it's B.
This is it.
Precisely.
That's correct. Archimedean spiral. I was close. I suppose it's really the snail shell that it resembles. Likewise, D is called the Devil's Curve because it looks like a Chinese yo-yo called a Diabolo. It's not directly related to devils in any way. Yeah. Well, math is from the devil, I swear.
Nice going.
Maybe one of these days I'll just get the question wrong, just because I want to see what happens. But, you know, I'm having such a good streak. It'll be such a shame to ruin it right at the end.
All right.
Some people may think of math as an enemy, like the devil. Hey, I was just saying that! But there's some research that suggests that people who excel at math have higher incomes. If you're shooting for a high salary, sometimes you need to be willing to fight demons. Honestly, I feel like fighting demons would be easier than trying to understand graphs like that. Yeah, no kidding, Morgana. Also, I really wouldn't want to have a job as something like an accountant. I think I would actually die out of boredom.
Hey.
I mean, they pay well, but, you know, I kind of want to keep my soul intact. Anyway, enough about math, because we're going to be hanging out with friends for now. Yes. Over to Cafe LeBlanc we go. Because we're spending time with Futaba. Turn around music. There we go. How you doing, girl? We've just got to wait until our scheduled day now. You're free, right? There's something I really want to talk to you about. It'd be awesome if you could make some time for me. Oh, I always can make time for you, Futaba. Let's hang out.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to your room then. I mean, that's surprisingly forward of you. Also, I kind of got a girlfriend. Oh, you mean just the talk, right?
Hey, listen.
So I emailed Kana-chan, and believe it or not, she replied. Wait, really? What'd she say? What'd she say? We even ended up talking on the phone about elementary school. She said the only reason she was mad at me about her diary was because she was embarrassed. Apparently she thought I would hate her if I knew about her secrets, so she ran away. I guess me and her are pretty much the same after all. Long story short, we made up. I finally apologized to her. Holy shit, really? That's incredible! Really? Yeah. There was no way the old Futaba could do anything of that sort. I'm surprised you're so excited about it, but I'm glad. Anyway, it's too far to actually visit each other, so we've been sending emails back and forth. We even made a promise recently to both go to high school next year. Holy shit, really? I'm so proud. I'm like a proud parent. You know, there's no way I could have been able to call her and apologize before. It's all because of you that I could do it, you say. Hey, give yourself some of the credit. Yeah, you worked really hard too. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's kind of embarrassing to actually hear you say it, though. Oh, I almost forgot. Kana-chan was really surprised the Phantom Thieves listened to her request. She'll never know the truth of the matter, though. I finally finished that promise. Get along with Kana-chan. This is really important, so I'm gonna say it again.
Thanks.
Thank you, Yusei. I think this is the first time you're saying thanks. Wait a second, I never even said- yeah, knew it. I never even said it the first time. I guess that means I'll just have to say it again now. Thank you, Yusei. Seriously. You're welcome, Futaba. What an interesting girl. I know I've said that before in the past, and probably multiple times, and you're probably sick of hearing it, but it's true.
All right.
We're pretty good friends. Is it okay if I ask you for a favor real quick? I mean, I just finished a super old promise. Yes? Can you pat me on the head? I mean, sure? Mum used to do it when she was happy with me, just pat pat. Can you do it? Yeah, okay, fine by me. So what, I just...
Alright.
Alright, bring it on. Okay, so I just take my hand and then just... pat pat. Whoa! What? I just patted. That was totally different from how my mom used to do it. My heart, my face, it feels like they're on fire. Well, I mean, I have that effect on people. I mean, are you okay? Calm down, Futaba. I'm sorry? Phew, looks like that strange outburst is finally over. My heart's still beating real hard, but I'm totally good now. Sorry for making you worry. I just remembered I still have one more promise to do. Being okay without you around. Oh. You gonna be able to do that one?
Can I really do this?
Is that really possible? Meh, I'll find out some other day.
Excuse me.
Peace out. Guess we'll just come to that bridge when we cross it. Or cross that bridge when we come to it. I completely messed up the metaphor. Oh, thank God Makoto didn't come in on us when we were doing that. That would have been really bad.
Well then.
I feel like I've been saying that a lot recently. Anyway, tomorrow's the day. Once we send that calling card, there's no turning back. Make sure you finish preparations tonight. Don't worry, Morgana. I'm ready. But for now, we still got one more person that we need to go and see. Someone we've seen already this episode. Hey, Chihaya. How you doing, girl? Kayaba-san, are you sure you're going to be okay? I can sense it just by looking. Yeah, please don't remind me of the death. I know, it's very dangerous. I lead a very dangerous life. I'm a loose cannon student who doesn't follow the rules. But, yeah, let's do a verification test. So, I've made some more progress with the ADP case. Sit down so I can tell you about it. Alright, let's do it.
Yes.
Yes, please, go ahead.
The thing is,
So, I got all the members of the ADP together and gave them a big group apology. They didn't really believe what I was saying at first, but the truth of the matter settled in eventually.
it's just...
However, it seems like the members from the executive class are still brainwashed. I'm in talks with a lawyer right now, though. We're going to get refunds and outpatient care for all of them. Holy shit, really? That's actually really amazing and responsible of you. I'm going to give back all the money I made from selling holy stones, too. It's the least I can do to atone for the ignorance I showed them back then. That's why I want you to accept this, Kayaba-san. Think of it not as an apology, but as a sign of gratitude for helping me see the truth. Oh. Thank you. It's the 100,000. Huh, finally got it back, eh? Maiden, I'm so happy to see you.
What?
Yoko Koda-san, what are you, what are you all doing here? That apology you gave us was all made up, wasn't it? Somebody had to have forced you to say that stuff. I mean, the chairman was obviously framed. Tell us the truth, please.
No.
Oh, shit. None of it was made up. As for the chairman, I need you to listen to me. Everything he told you in those seminars was a lie. The promises of a great future, the power of the Holy Stones, the need for donations, all lies. Doesn't it seem strange that he kept asking members for money even through times of financial stress? And beyond that, you guys should have known better than anyone where those donations were ending up. Even I knew how horrible the ADP scheme was. That's why I had to come forward. No, that can't be true. You, are you the one who did this to our beautiful maiden? Look, listen to what Chihaya's saying. She's trying to make amends. Shut your mouth! Please stop this. He has nothing to do with your situation. I'm the one who sold you those rocks. If you're going to get upset with anyone, it should be with me. But Maiden... This can't be happening. No, we must continue to place our trust in her. Please, Maiden, cleanse us of our misery. If you leave us now, we'll be fated to drown in sorrow. Look, the only way you can change that is with your own convictions. Neither I nor one of those worthless stones will be able to help you. But, how are we supposed to avoid our fated misery? No, a curse is upon us. Maiden, please! Oh, would you shut your traps? Oh, y'all need to simmer down and listen to what I have to say for once. Whether you're gonna be miserable or not, it's all on your own damn shoulders. You don't need some divine power mumbo-jumbo to be changing your fate. Y'all got that strength in yourselves. Fortune telling can't hold a candle to honest-to-goodness willpower. And heck, even if things are bad right now, it will all be fine so long as you keep your heads up. Oh, I'm sorry about that. All this stress caused my lapse into my country dialect. That was amazing. But I stand by what I said. Nothing will ever change if all you do is rely on others. Take me, for example. I thought I was destined to live as a monster, but I had the strength to reverse that fate. If you want to control your future, that's all you need. Strength. The only way forward is through the fortitude of your own heart. My heart? It might not be the easiest thing to accomplish at first. After all, your willpower has been constantly suppressed by all these seminar and donations. I'm partially to blame for that.
I'm here with you.
But that's why I need to show you the lights now and help you push on. Maiden? No, I'm not your maiden anymore. I'm just Chihaya Mifune, the fortune teller who guides fate. I wonder if Yoko Koda-san and the others will be okay. I know how they feel though. They just clung onto the holy stones just as I clung to my role as the maiden. All any of us ever wanted was to be happy, to avoid our fates. Well, fate can be changed. We've seen proof of that, right? And I was not going to speak during your speech. That was amazing, Chihaya. Right, I did it, so I'm sure Yokota-san and the others will be able to as well. No matter how many times I have to try, I will talk to them until they understand. And then they will realize the difficult truth. I will be there to help them recover. Back in my village, people called me a monster. Here, they revered me as a maiden. Even now, my heart continues to wander, yet you somehow saw the real me. Not the maiden, not a monster, just Chihaya. Kayaba-san, thank you. Helping people's what I do. I'm pretty okay at it. Rank 9. And she's a female, so I know what's coming next.
Alright.
I hate doing this every time. By the way, Kayaba-san, has anyone told you you're a bit nosy? I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, normally someone wouldn't think to involve themselves in such a strenuous ordeal. So, it's actually something I've been wondering for a while now. Is fortune telling the only reason you come to see me? It's not, is it? I'm sorry, Shahaya. Kaya-san, why do you come here? Yeah, I like having my fortune read. It helps out a lot. Don't ever forget that. Oh, I see. Sorry, I suppose I was just feeling a bit self-conscious. But there's nothing better than knowing my readings help others. Please come have your fortune read as often as you like. After all, we'll forever be joined in our quest to oppose fate.
Well,
Damn right, girl. Anyway, I should be going.
until next time.
See you later, Chihaya. It's always a bad feeling. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode.
Pay attention.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping, just can you not shout? It's really annoying. But yeah, on the next episode of Let's Play Persona 5, we're going to have our team meeting, and we're probably going to send out the calling card and maybe even take on Sai-san, so I'll see you guys then.